Hey everyone, welcome to Vitavic Arts. I'm Josh, and today we've got a real stinker. A literal stinker. This guy, he stinks. He stinks so bad that everywhere he goes, there's a gas cloud. I ain't joking, that's one of the things that he does. Anyway, so this guy is, it's actually kind of the bane of the game, the bane of my existence. I love him, I love his design, I hate him so much. I hate him. I think if anyone who's playing Helldivers will understand exactly what I'm saying, this guy is a love-hate relationship. And, well, I couldn't not make him because, you know, love-hate, that's what happens when you love-hate something. So let's have a look at what we have today. Now, this is a Bile Spewer. Now, I've called him like a democracy-loathing bug, as they all are. These pitiful democracy-hating creatures. I don't understand why they are so hostile to us. It makes no sense whatsoever. So before we get started, I'd like to quickly say all of my work is available over on Cults 3D. So if you're interested in 3D printing, it's all there. Everything from the start of this channel to current day, it's all over there. So yeah, go check it out if you want to support me on this channel here and for all my 3D making adventures. Yeah, just go check it out and let me know what you think. Now, can I just say that this guy, getting footage for him was a nightmare. I actually hated it. I hated getting footage for this guy. Every time you get close to this thing, it just wants to spew on you. So it was really difficult to get footage for this video, but I did my best. Yeah, there's also the fact that I think some levels he seems to have a gas cloud follow him around, so it makes it even harder for you to see them from a distance. And yeah, like I said, if you get close, he just vomits. And if you're playing with strangers, they have a tendency, get this, they have a tendency to shoot at these things. Yeah, and when they get shot at, they blow up. And if you're too close to them, you die. So I died quite a lot trying to get this footage. So hopefully it looks entertaining, and you can kind of see some of the things that well, you can see the monster, right? You can see the giant bug. That's it. But yeah, it's a nightmare trying to get any footage for this game in terms of like research gaining footage. You just die. You just die and die and die. But we're not here to look at gameplay, we're here to look at a 3D printable model. So let's go have a look at the design of this here democracy-loathing bug. Now, this guy, he's kind of like the Bile Titan, which you can find in the link in the, well, right up above, right up there. You can find, we have already made a Bile Titan. So go check him out. This guy is very much on the same wavelength. I've kind of discovered a couple things just from looking at the images and playing the game, that all of these bugs have some things in common. They've got their basic insecty legs that walk around, but they've got these little arms that go underneath the bug, kind of like a praying mantis. But I couldn't really see them on this one. I think this one might be the only bug that doesn't have that. Now, I know the Charger has it, the little tiny guys have it, and the flying dudes have it, and even the Bile Titan has these little curled up arms. So maybe I might be getting this wrong. Maybe these guys do have those arms, but I couldn't see them, so I didn't add them to it. Now, if you want to add these arms, you totally could use the Bile Titan's arms and add them to this. There's no rule against kit bashing 3D printable stuff, so if you want to kit bash these guys together to make your own monstrosity, please do it. I would love to see what you could do. Now, yeah, that's pretty much the 3D sculpt of the model, right? So what I like to do now is chuck them into, well, the process of turning them into like a game model. So this game model is actually way lower poly than the 3D print. So if you're looking at this, any of my game models that are over on Sketchfab and on Cults themselves, they're not the actual representation of the model that you 3D print. They're just sort of like just a visual representation of them. They aren't perfect to the actual final model that you'll be printing, but just because the amount of polys that are in a 3D printable model are quite high to get the detail. but I can bake down that high detail onto lower poly models, so we end up with this result. And I think it's a really interesting process, because when we're working on 3D printable models, we're making high poly models as it is, so it's not too much more work to go and make them low poly and then bake them down and then make like a nice little beauty render like we have here. So hopefully you guys appreciate this. I love doing it. I'm not going to stop doing it just because it's really good practice for me to continue texturing and making all these things. And I honestly think it kind of makes the work stand out just a little bit more than your average render of a high poly model. Correct me if I'm wrong. Maybe I should stop doing this. I don't know. It's just fun. I'm having a lot of fun doing it, so hopefully you guys are enjoying the results of these kind of renders. Now, I've yibba-yabbered on enough. I think that's more than enough to say about this model. I love Helldivers 2. I'm super looking forward to what they bring in the future. I intend to try to make a model every week. I'm going to try to make a model every week, if not every second week. And I'm also going to try to make a video that goes along with it. Now, you might notice that my avatar here is currently wearing, well, I'm actually wearing dark tide gear. Now, that's kind of an issue, isn't it? Because this is, I mean, Helldivers is kind of pretty close to Warhammer. There's a lot of similarities. We've all heard of and seen a lot of similarities between the two, if you're looking at anything online. But this is not Helldivers gear. So I intend to make some Helldivers gear right here for me to wear. And to double down, I also intend to stream some Helldivers. So if you're interested in some streaming of Helldivers to go with my Helldivers uniform, it'll be over on Twitch. Maybe I'll do it on YouTube. Not sure yet. Probably Twitch, just Twitch. So, yeah, if you're interested, go check it out. It'll be available eventually. To go with that, the Helldivers costume, right? Every model that I make can be turned into a 3D printable model. So this costume right here can actually be made 3D printable. So, yeah, if I make the Helldivers costume, we'll have a twofer. Should be pretty good. Anyway, that's the plans. We're gonna make a lot of Helldivers models. I'm super in love with this game, and I really can't wait to see where it goes. I hope to see you guys in the next video. I hope you guys are enjoying this content, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'll see you guys later. Toodaloo! Wee wee.